Going YouTube, and welcome to another D&D PCHS video. We are here with episode 0 on a new campaign. This campaign is going to be very different, but very, very fun. We're playing a Pokemon themed campaign from the medieval ages. We're here with the CEO, Hunter High Times, the co-host.
Fam.
The campaign name is Game of Throw. The generations of Pokemon that we have are generations 1 through 5. Our region is called the Exodus region. Our setting, medieval time with Pokemon technology. Island-based map, because we were going from a continent to one continent, so they're going to be islands. We have 8 gyms that lead to the Pokemon League. So the Game of Throw League is what it'll be called. We have 7 Pokemon contests that you can earn ribbons to. That also leads to regionals. And then we have a whole bunch of places, being cities, kingdoms, towns, villages that you can explore, as well as off-mapped places. We also have much more to explore as we fight against the evil Team Cruel, the Pokemon smugglers of the region Exodus, as well as generations 1 through generations 5 Pokemon legendaries. We will take Hunter High Times to take off his character creation first here on this episode 0.
Well, you know what we gotta do first, Panda. We gotta hit the gravity bomb. This is like my new thing. I love it.
Cheers.
Cheers. I admit it takes a while to smoke.
But first, I'd like to introduce our new sponsor for this D&D PCHS channel. That sponsor being the PCHS clan itself. The PCHS clan will be sponsoring all the D&D videos from here on out. So we hope you enjoy. Hunter High Times, take it away.
I am playing Sid, a Warforged Bard, level 5. My alignment is neutral evil. I am my background of a merchant. Very humble this time. I am 113 years old because we live for like ever. And we're matching kind of along the age of Panda's timeline to keep it non-creepy. Don't want
Trying to keep yourself as long-lived as I have been.
Trying not to keep a 200-year-old hanging with a 13-year-old seems a little creepy to me, you know. My personality traits is I'm a kind soul who loves his music and uses it to attract business with great skill in negotiating. My idol is money can buy anything, but be careful who you buy from. That is strictly as me being a merchant. I have a few tricks in my bag that I'll explain later that help me make products look more pricey. My bond is my necklace of cobalt teeth that was given to me by the Orc King. I have my flaw is greed. I'm greedy. You like how I actually picked a good flaw for a merchant. So basically, I try and here's my back or my about me. Tries to sell anyone anything, useful or not, but sometimes we'll try to overcharge. My racial traits being a warforger, I've constructed resilience, century rest.
Speaking of which, this is Hunter High Times right there, guys. Yeah. That is his character.
I've constructed resilience, century rest, integrated protection, and specialized design. I'm not going to go through all those. You can go check out the other campaign where Panda listed off what most of those do. As a bard, my bard college was Bard of Glamour. I have Mantle of Inspiration. The number of temporary hit points increases to 8. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I think that means if I die when I make my saving throws, I go to 8 instead of 1. You know?
Yeah.
I have Thrilling Performance. This is a very long one, and it actually uses Fey magic. You can charge your performance with seductive Fey magic. If you perform for at least 1 minute, you can attempt to inspire wonder in your audience by singing, retict, and poem or dancing. At the end of the performance, choose a number of humanoids within 60 feet of you who watched and listened to all of it, up to a number of equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell, save, DC, or be charmed by you. While charmed, this target idolizes you, it's speaking glowingly of you to anyone who speaks to it, and hinders anyone who opposes you. You avoiding violence, unless it was already inclined to fight on your behalf. This effect ends on each target after an hour if it takes any damage if you attack it, or if it witnesses you attacking or damaging any of its allies. If a target succeeds on a saving throw, the target has no hint that you tried to charm it. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again for a short or long rest. So basically what I'd do with that is I'd go into a kingdom, sit there for a day or a couple days, and dance for over a minute. Get everybody to talk about my booth and come buy shit. Because of the great performance, you know?
Yep.
I have spell casting, ritual casting. I can cast any ritual bard spells, so I just have to go through the rituals. I don't know what they all are.
Ritual bard spells, you just have to filter it.
Yeah. And I can use any of them. I have spell casting focusing, which we'll get into. I'll read what it does.
And rituals do cost gold if you did not know.
Yes, I know that. You can use musical instruments as spellcasting focus for your bard spell. I will tell you which one is mine when I get there. I have bardic inspiration. Again, I inspire people.
Alright.
And if I do, the creature gains 1 barbaric inspiration of D6. I'll read the whole thing, I guess, when we have time. You can inspire others' thoughts, stirring words, or music. To do so, you use a bonus action on your turn to choose 1 creature other than yourself within 60 feet who can hear you. That creature gains 1 barbaric inspiration die, a D6. Within the next 10 minutes, that creature can roll a die and add the number rolled on the ability check to an attack roll or saving throw it makes. The creature can wait till after it rolls the d20 before deciding to use the barbaric inspiration die, but must decide before the DM says whether the roll is a success or not. So I'm thinking for that one, since you're the DM and you're the only one I can really affect. Well, I guess there's the other ones, right?
There's anybody that travels with us.
Yeah, never mind. But when I use it on you, I think you'll just have to call it before your roll, just to be fair. Once barbaric inspiration dice is rolled, it is lost. A creature can only have 1 barbaric inspiration dice at a time. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, a minimum of once. You regain any expended uses when you finish a long rest. Your barbaric inspiration dice changes when you reach certain levels. In this class, the die becomes a D8, so you get a D8 at 5th level, a D10 at 10th level, and a D12 at 15. So right now, the barbaric inspiration dice would give you a D8.
Yep.
Then I have Jack of all trades. This is fucking great. You can add half your proficiency bonus, rounded down, to any ability check you make that doesn't already include a proficiency bonus. So I'm proficient with fucking everything, at least a little. Song of Rest. This one's pretty cool. You can use a soothing music or orientation to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit point. Yeah, and it doesn't go up until level 9.
Alright.
Bard College, I read out. I picked the College of the Glamour. Expertise, you choose 2 proficient. Oh, I have to do that. You choose 2 skills proficiencies. Your proficient bonuses is doubled for anything you make either chosen of the proficiency. And Font of Inspiration. You regain all expended uses of Barbaric Inspiration when you finished a short or long rest.
Alright.
And my background feature coming from the merchant is Charismatic Demeanor. You experience with customer gives you an advantage with people once a day. You can use this feature to give an advantage on charisma checks that involves negotiations with others.
Sweet.
I have a way to break this. I am proficient with a crossbow hand, so I'm assuming that's a hand crossbow. Long sword, rapier, short sword, club, but these are all what will be Pokeballs.
Yep.
You know, whatever they are. I have light armor. I'm proficient with wood carving tools. Basically, I'm a whittle shit out of wood. And I'm a fucking make shit. Proficient with bagpipes, pan flute, swarm, choreographer's tools, and dice.
So you're now gonna buy a freaking wood carving tool set and start making a living out of that because you're proficient with it, ain't you?
Yep. I'm gonna make wooden Pokeballs, man. I speak Dragonic and Orc. I am a trainer class of Social. I'm going to double my proficiencies of these 2. Okay. Basically, I'm really good at... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that one. Wrong one. That one is... I want to put that one in there. Okay. I'm proficient with Deception, Perception, Performance, and Persuasion. And Stealth. I have Performer feat. Basically gives me a +1 to my charisma that's already done.
Yep.
Silver tongued. I can skill any language, you know.
Yep.
So if that helps. And spell snipper. You learn the techniques that enhance your attacks with certain kinds of spells, gaining the following benefits. When you cast a spell that requires you to make an attack roll, the spell range is doubled. Your ranged spell attack ignores half cover and 3/4 cover. I don't know what that means. And this one gave me an extra cantrip. You learn 1 cantrip that requires an attack roll. Choose a cantrip that from Barbaric. Yeah, any of the list. My Barbarical options are Magic Inspiration. If the creature has a Barbaric Inspiration dice from you and casts that spell, restores hit points or deals damage, the creature can roll that die and choose the target affected by the spell and the number rolled on the bonus dice to the hit points regained or damage dealt by the Barbaric, and then the dice is lost.
Yep.
I have Barbaric Versatility. When you reach levels in your class, it grants you ability score improvement features. You can do one of the following, representing a change in your focus as you use your skills and magic. Replace one of your skills you choose for expertise features with one of your other skills. Proficiency isn't benefiting from expertise. Replace 1 cantrip you learn from this class spellcasting with another cantrip from the Bard spell list. So basically, when I level up, I can change my spells or change a die. I have a lot of weapons. I have a bagpipes, pan flute,
You
a
said
swarm,
weapons. You mean instruments?
Sorry, instruments. Sorry. Bagpipes, pan flute, swarm, and I just want to make sure it's everything. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then the one that is focused to my spells is my lute. Wait, or was it? Hold on, let me make sure I know which one it was. I need to look it up first because I had it written out, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's my swarm. This is a swarm.
So a battle horn almost, a gigantic ass battle horn.
It's like it's a lower. It's like a I don't even know.
It's a flute and a trumpet in one.
Yeah. And it's linked to my spell focus. I also have a lute, which is I'm assuming kind of it looked like a guitar. Kinda.
Yeah, it's an elvish guitar.
Bagpipes and which we know what it is, and a pan flute.
All right.
I have also a thing that I'm unable to sell in my inventory. Is a jar of puke from the Orc King.
That's horrible.
I also have a necklace made out of cobalt teeth around my neck. That I got from the Orc Kingdom. And I also have a shiny red gem from the Tabaxi Kingdom.
Which he's thinking might be either a fire shard or a fire stone.
My spells, my cantrips includes Dancing Lights, Light, Message, and Vicious Mockery. The light, basically, I touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension, and it commits a 20-foot radius of light.
That's smart.
Message, I point my finger towards a creature and whisper a message. Only that creature can hear it, and only that creature can respond through
the same channel.
Through the same whisper only I can hear. Vicious Mockery is the one I picked that's an attack roll.
Yep.
I unleash a string of vicious insults laced with subtitle enhancements at a creature you can see within range, and if that target can hear you, thought through need not understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage. So in my case, it's 2d4.
Yeah.
Because it's at 5th level. And it makes it roll, and it has a disadvantage on its next attack roll before the end of its next turn.
Yep.
My spells, I have Disorienting Whisper, Distort Value, Featherfall, and Speak with Animals. Disorienting Whisper, you whisper a disorient melody that only one creature you can hear within range, racking it in terrible pain. That target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a fail, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and immediately uses its reaction. If available to move as far as its speed allows it away from you, the creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous surroundings such as fire pits. On a successful take, the target takes half the damage as much and does not have to move away. A defending creature automatically succeeds on the throw.
Alright.
Distort Value, basically, I cast a spell on it, and it makes it look twice as expensive.
Alright.
For 8 hours. Then I have Featherfall, just in case we get picked up by a flying animal. Flying Pokemon. I also have Speak with Animals, which in this case lets me speak to my Pokemon and other Pokemon around me.
Yep.
My level 2 spells, I have Detect Thoughts, Magic Mouth, and Pyrotechnics. Detect Thoughts, I can read certain thoughts of creatures.
Yep.
It's a long one. I'm not going through all of it. I haven't even read all of it, Yeah. Like, I have to go through it, but I don't have the...
time yet.
Not time, but the patience.
Oh, yeah.
Magic Mouth, basically, I implant a message on an object. It must be which must be 25 words or less. It can be delivered over as long as 10 minutes. Finally determine the circumstance that will trigger the spell to deliver your message. When that circumstance occurs, a magic mouth appears on the object and recites the message in your voice at the same volume you spoke. If the object you choose has a mouth or something that looks like a mouth, for example, the mouth of a statue, the magical mouth appears there, so that the words appear to be coming from the object's mouth when you cast it. You can have the spell end after it delivers the message, or it can remain repeated message whenever the triggering occurs. Basically, if somebody pisses me off, I'm gonna cast it on the side of their fucking trolley and cast it for every time it says a bump to go, you're an ass, you're an ass, you're an ass.
Oh, that's great.
The triggering circumstance can be as general or detailed as you like. Through it must be based on visual or audio conditions that occur within 30 feet of the example. For instruction, you can instruct the mouth to speak when any creature moves within 30 feet of the object, or a silver bell rings within 30 feet. So basically, I can go to a Poke Center or a big Pokemon stand and have this fucking message on one of their statues, okay? And every time somebody comes within 30 feet, I can have it say whatever the fuck I want. I had to take that. You know I couldn't pass it up.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, and it lasts a fair amount of time. It lasts until I dispel it. Like, it is infinite, man. I can put a message on the mayor's door that says you're a cocksucker every time he comes within it, and he could not take it off.
Unless he has counterspell or dispel.
Like, you know what I mean?
Or cancel magic.
Like, I love it. Then pyrotechnics. Choose an area of flame that you can see that can fit within a 5-foot cube of range. You can extinguish the fire that area creates, and you can either create fireworks or smoke.
That's pretty sick.
That's going to be used for my boothing stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Then I have my level 3 spells. Catnap, I don't know what... Can you read the F one? I don't know what that says.
Feign death.
Feign death and speak with dead. The catnap, basically, I can pick 3 willing creatures and put you to sleep faster. And it counts, and a short rest counts as a long rest.
Nice.
And
That's useful.
And I can wake you. You take, if anybody slaps you or shakes you awake, you're awake. Oh wait, hold on. I'll go read it because I think I read this wrong. You make a calming gesture, and up to 3 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within range fall unconscious for the spell's duration. The spell ends on a target's early if it takes damage or some user uses an action to shake or slap it awake. If the target remains unconscious for the full duration, that target gains the benefits of a short rest. And it can be affected by the spell again, and it can't be affected by the spell until it finishes a long rest. So basically, a 10-minute nap for 3 of us gives us a short rest.
Alright.
Fiend death. You touch a willing creature and put it into a cap. Basically, I make a creature appear dead. You look dead, you seem dead,
Possum.
you're cold. You're possummed until I wake you up. It is great. And then, this one's even better. Speak with death. You grant the semblance of the life and intelligence of the corpses of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell falls if the corpse was targeted of this spell within the last 10 days.
On the bright side, if a Pokemon dies, we can bring it back in that way just to say goodbye.
Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse to up to 5 questions. The corpse will know only what it knew in its life, including the language it knew. The answers usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive. The corpse is under no compulsion to offer truthful answers if you are hostile to it, or if it recognizes you as an enemy. The spell does not return the creature to its soul, its body only emanating a spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything, and hasn't happened since, and then it doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it's died, and cannot speculate about the future events.
Alright.
So I can talk with dead people. And that is Sid. And my 3 Pokemon are my childhood one I grew up with, which is Wynut.
Why not? Yep.
He or she is a shiny Wynut named Little Blue. We're not gonna get into it. The other one I have is my Um, my my starter, which is my first starter that I got,
Yeah.
which is Karen. She is a shiny, grumpy Eevee. Oh, and um, Little Blue is careful because he's my home. He never went into battle.
And why not Little Blue, right?
Yes, why not Little Blue?
All right.
And then there is Marty, the Blitzel, which is basically a zebra that's energetic. And those are my 3 Pokemon. I have a +1 loyalty with my Eevee. No, with my Wynot. And I have a +1 loyalty with Wynot. And that's Sid.
He sounds awesome, Hef.
Sid is awesome.
And now to introduce my character. Let's just say you can call me Marco, because my name's pretty long. I have a full name, first and last name. I am a Centaur Artificer. If you want to know my class stats, just check the last campaign. This is what I look like. Pretty beast. Half Scolipede, half fucking human. It's a Pokemon Centaur. It was either this or Ponyta with the flaming tail, and I didn't want my clothes to catch fire, so I picked this. I am Marconius. I'm Marconius Kyrus. But like I said, you can call me Marco for short. I am a Centaur Artificer EB Battlesmith. Again, you want to see the Battlesmith stuff, check the last campaign, the very first campaign we uploaded to this channel. My background feature is ear to the ground because my background is urban bounty hunter. I'm also neutral evils. So ear to the ground, you are in frequent contact with people in the segment of society that your chosen quarries move through. These people might be associated with the criminal underworld, the rough and tumble folk of the streets, or members of high society. This connection comes in the form of a contact in any city you visit. A person who provides information about the people and places of the local area. My racial traits are charge. If you move at least 30 feet straight toward a target and then hit it with a melee weapon attack on the same turn, you can immediately follow that attack with a bonus action, making one attack against the target with my hooves to trample them.
Nice.
Then I have equine build. I count as one size larger when determining my carrying capacity. And then my weight, and I can push or drag. And push and drag. In addition, any climb that requires hands and feet is especially difficult for you because of your hooves. So each foot of movement costs you 4 extra feet instead of 1 normal. That's savage. Then I have Survivor. You have proficiency in one of the following skills of your choice: animal handling, medicine, nature, or survival. Since I had everything but animal handling, I literally picked animal handling. Because that's the only thing I was missing.
Makes sense.
I'm proficient with, again, basically everything. So all the Pokeballs and stuff, so just Pokeballs in general, as we're saying.
Yeah.
Light and medium armor, as well as shields. Smith tools, thieves tools, tinker's tools, thieves tools again, and jeweler's tools. I guess I didn't have to pick thieves tools because it came with my class. I speak Common and Sylvan. In case you don't know what Sylvan is, it's a type of Elvish language. My personality is basically loves Pokemon and nature, enjoys meeting new people, but not the best at talking due to my -1 in Charisma. I think
yeah.
it is. My ideals is love, passion, and success, so that's what I believe in. My bond is Pokemon. And of course, my flaw, other than I can't climb, is I can't swim, because I'm a friggin' half horse. You know?
Yeah.
And then, of course, like always, the feats I have Animal Handler, so I can cast that at will. Alchemist, I can identify a potion just by looking at it. I can take an hour and make it 2 times stronger. By 2 times, I mean it goes up 1 every time, you know? And then I have Dual Wielder, which allows me to wield 2 Pokemon in wild combat.
What? That's... Oh, I knew I was going to ask.
And then I have optional Artificer features, which gives me proficiency with firearms, which is my magic weapon here. I have enhanced defense. For my Artificer infusions, I have enhanced defense and enhanced weapons, so my magic weapon, which is the ranged one, which is one you'll get a kick out of. I don't know if you ever watched Pokemon like I did as a child, but you ever watched Pokemon Ranger?
Yeah.
And they have that wristwatch and that side piece that they pull out that's like a wand and stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, instead of the wand, I use my wristwatch to magically cast a loop onto them and capture them. And I can summon them through the wristwatch, as well as it's only a temporary cast. So unless I capture them, then it's only temporary.
Like, you can catch Pokemon with your wrist.
Yes, and then just summon them through my wrist without having to use Pokeballs.
How long can you hold them in your wrist?
Permanently.
Half.
That's exactly what it is. That's why I said if you've ever watched Pokemon Ranger, they can literally summon their Pokemon through that. It's also only a temporary hold, so unless I choose to catch them, as soon as the battle, passing the terrain, or whatever I'm doing is done, I release it and let them go. So unless I'm set to catch them, I'm not going to catch them, is what it is. Then for my magic defense, which is the magic armor or shield, I picked the attraction robe. You gain advantage on animal handling checks, and Pokemon that are near or in combat with you have to roll a DC Wisdom save of my DC save, or be attracted and friendly to you for 2d4 turns. So basically, for combat, it's used to, if I don't want to fight, I'm gonna use it to make him be attracted and try and settle it and leave. Just screw off, you know? If I know we're gonna done lose or die or something, you know? And as well as animal handling for training. The scent of it calms the Pokemon while I'm near them, you know? Yeah. So that brings in the breeding. And then I have, again, replicate magic item, and then replicate magic item 2. So replicate magic item 1, it's literally just the item. It doesn't work the way the item does. It works how a Pokeball works, but it looks like a Master Ball. Replicated item 2 is an actual Master Ball. So basically my plan is to sell fake Master Ball, make a new fake Master Ball, sell fake Master Ball.
Yeah, we have a great business here.
You like that one? Because I can make a counterfeit, and I can make a real one. But only when I use each one. I can't have multiple. I can only make one at a time. If I make multiple, I have to sell one. That's the rule that I made. Otherwise, it's pretty game-breaking, you know? So I can have one counterfeit and one real at each time, but I can forge them anytime, only once per day after a long rest.
Yeah.
And I think it was 2 infusions I have a day. Yeah, item infusion. I have only 2 infusions, so I can remake both in one day. That's it.
Okay.
I have an actual infusion counter.
Huh.
That tells me how many times I get to do it. And it takes a whole long rest just to get one back. Or, well, both back, you know? If I use one, it takes one.
I realized something that would work for my story. I have 2 childhood pets. That's where my other companion came from, the zebra. My mom just said, take the zebra. It will grow.
So basically, like me. We both had a companion, so we started with that.
But I guess I don't have parents because I'm a morph. Somebody just came up to me and went, hey, how old are you? I'm like, old.
So we'll just say somebody donated you these things.
Yeah. Hey, how old are you? Old. You want a zebra? Sure.
So for my cantrips, I have Acid Splash, which does this. I'll let you guys read it in chat here, just so we can conserve a bit of time. Create Bonfire. Dancing Lights, because we all love dancing lights.
So we both have dancing lights.
Firebolt. Lightning Lure. Magic Stone. You remember what Magic Stone is, right?
Kinda.
I'm basically using it to carry my small Pokemon that are going to be outside of the Pokeball.
Oh.
So basically my Eevee can sit on that Magic Stone and it'll carry it for me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Ray of Frost. Shocking Grasp. And Thunderclap! As always, my level 1, Cure Wounds, because that's always going to come in handy with frickin' Pokemon. Fairy Fire.
Oh, okay.
In case you don't know what that one does, I can outline an enemy on fire.
I need to fix something, because I realized one of these wasn't the one I picked, and it was light.
What'd you do?
I picked the wrong one. It was one beside light. It's just a cantrip.
Alright.
I have to change it.
I also picked Heroism.
I needed one that worked with, my frickin'...
That's fine. Since we're still in episode 0, I'll let you change it if you have to.
No, it's not.
I also have Identify.
Oh, it's because this one didn't come with the one I want. No, it was the right one.
Shield. Level 2, I have Aid for more healing. Branding Smite. Spider Climb, because it's going to be useful. Not for me, but for my allies. And Warding Bond. Now, for my trainer class, I am a league legal class. Playing as, like, the ace trainer kind of guy. Going for the battle, as well as slash breeder on the side for the animal handling. As well as, Smith. So I'm basically already playing 3 classes, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Just without the classes.
Never mind, I didn't...
I'm 150 years old. 150 fucking years old. My Squirtle is named Valhalla. That's my stud.
That's horrible.
My Eevee is a female named Princess. My Ghastly is Spooky. Because, you know, Ghastlies are spooky. We'll go to my Pokemon here. So, I do have a shiny Ghastly and a shiny Eevee as my 2 shinies. I think, right? Yeah, Eevee is shiny.
And yes, chat, those
and
were
Ghastly
rolled.
is shiny. Yes, so was High Times 2 shinies.
That's why I brought it up, because I know somebody in the comments is gonna be like, you didn't, why'd you start with... We rolled it.
And I said the starter, the one that was our childhood friend, started with a loyalty of 1, right?
Yes.
So that would be my Ghastly. And then... and we both started with an Eevee.
So we're just kind of seeing which EV turns into what. Mine, if my red stone is correct, could be a fire EV.
Yep.
What does the flame shard do?
A flame shard, nothing.
Oh.
It's just an item. I don't really know what it does.
Oh.
It's just like the shard of a fire gem, I think is what it is, you know? You can make like a fire prism with it.
Interesting.
And then the fire prism does something else as well.
And that's that, folks.
That's character introduction.
We will see you on the first episode. Cheers. I hope you have a great one.
Peace out, chat.